And the 5 lights light up. 2, 3, 4. And it's lights out, and away they go. Esteban Ocon with not a brilliant start there. Lando Norris is going to get a jump on him, is he? I think he might do. No, he's not. Ocon with a better... No, he's not. Lando Norris gets him down the inside into turn 1. Let's see how it's going back, further back. Oh, the Red Bull on a curb there almost. There's Alexander Albon. Is he going to be able to get past the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso? No, not quite. As they go through the flat out turn 2. All clean so far. In front, let's see how they're doing. Can't quite see. When there's Lando Norris ahead of Ocon. So that's the position gain for Norris. Sainz is trying to get past a few people. There's Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. How's he doing? Of course, I'm still not feeling 100%. Unfortunately, it's an Alfa Tauri, I think, off the track almost. There's the front runners. See how they're doing. Russell from Norris, from Ocon, from Leclerc, from that Perez. I think it might be Perez. Unfortunately, unlike other races, I'm not going to be able to commentate as much as I'm normally able to. That's because I do have some sort of cold, unfortunately. Yes, it's summer, I know, it's annoying. But the job's got to be done, and there's still a race to commentate on, so it's just not as good as normal, unfortunately. Also got the summer racing series to commentate on, and there's Ocon trying to make a move on Lando Norris down the back straight. Let's see how he's going to do. Of course, no DRS at the moment. If you start lap 2 of this race. Yeah, a lot of coughing as well. You might see I'm enough to be drinking a lot of water and a lot more frequent ad breaks, unfortunately. To be honest, I really don't feel like I should be commentating, but I've got a job to do, unfortunately. And these races can't commentate themselves, unfortunately. Not as much action as we used to. We normally used to cars 4 wide into the corners, which is single file. But unfortunately, not too much of that yet this race. It only can't really see anyone going for overtakes, to be honest. Slovakia, of course, never held an F1 race before, pretty close to the Panoia ring, which is where we were meant to be going, unfortunately. That race got cancelled, and we're probably going to go to Slovakia next season. But we're going to go there earlier instead, which is good. Oh, that move for the lead, I thought I could, just in the corner of my eye, see a move for the lead there. But I don't think I did. Nah, George Russell still leading this race. All down inside because Esteban Ocon. What a move that is for the Alpine driver. Down the inside into turn 2. That's one of the best moves I've seen in a while. As they go over the hump now. Now Lando Norris is down inside from George Russell. Is that move by Ocon put George Russell off a little bit? No, it's not. He's going to stay round the outside. He's going to have to back out because that barrier sticks out like a sore thumb. Very easily hittable. Lando Norris now up to P2. Now that's Sergio Perez getting past George Russell, and Charles Leclerc looking interested as well. George Russell, what's happened to him? Even his teammate is trying to get past him now. And there's Piastri versus Bottas. Is that? Yes, it is. Piastri head of Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton versus Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen, what's happened to him? He's down to P10. He's been wanting to do a lot better than that. As always, a move down inside with Albon and his former teammate Max Verstappen. Is he going to make it stick? He can have the outside lines, but probably not. Unfortunately, no, he is going to have it done. Albon ahead of Verstappen. Verstappen not even the points anymore, but Albon went off the track there, and that's going to let even Yuki Tsunoda through as well. And even that's going to let loads of people through. Sainz through and Nick de Vries through as well. How's it going down in the back? Logan Sargent at the back. He belongs to a lot better than that. He proved to himself he can race up front after leading the majority of the Austrian Grand Prix. How's it going right at the front? There's 3 wide into turn 1. Lando Norris down the inside. Perez getting past Ocon as well. Perez is going to take the lead of this race here. What a move from Sergio Perez. Get from 3rd to 1st in turn 1. And now George Russell's back at it. He wants to get past Esteban Ocon. And it's not going to quite work. Has Hamilton got a front wing? No, he hasn't. Hamilton lost his front wing somewhere. I have to get a replay of that view as Leclerc gets past him and Piastri almost goes right into the back of him. What has happened to Lewis Hamilton? Oh, Piastri hasn't got a wing either. What's happened back here? We'll get a replay for you. But 2 of the front runners without front wings. I think Piastri lost it going into the back of Hamilton. Must have seen it happen. Let's go on board with Hamilton. I didn't see a front wing fly off, but he definitely lost it while we were watching him. Or tries to go down inside of his teammate. Oh, it's the golden rule broken. I won't really say it's George Russell's fault. Such a shame Hamilton is there. He gets the hit from Piastri, which breaks Piastri's front wing. And I want to make sure Bottas has the front wing, to be fair. So I didn't really see him with one. Yeah, he has got a front wing, but that's 2 races from the front runners ruined, unfortunately. Oh, there's another one gone. Who was that? Was that Max Verstappen? I think it was the AlphaTauri. Yeah, it was the AlphaTauri. Which AlphaTauri it was, I don't know. But right into the back of Piastri goes the AlphaTauri. It's Yuki Tsunoda, I think. Yeah, it is Yuki Tsunoda without a front wing. And they're dropping like flies at the moment, the front wings. Let's go up to the front runners and go a little bit further forward. Back to the live coverage. Oh, sorry about that. It says down inside almost goes Ocon and Norris. Ocon's been fine today. They go back to live coverage now. And Ocon wants to get past Norris as soon as he can. And there's Ocon back past Lando Norris and up into P2 where he started this race. Good move that was. And now Ocon is going to try and make a move down inside into turn 2 for the race lead. Down inside, turn 3, idiot. I can only apologise for that. Not my smartest moment. And Ocon now flying in this race, in the lead. Actually, where's Ocon? Where's Ocon gone? Was he not just first? Sorry for not really concentrating. I have to get a drink because my throat. But Ocon's disappeared. Oh, he got spun by Perez. I want to try and get on board with Perez to see what exactly happened there. But Ocon's been spun round from the race lead. It's on board with Sergio Perez. And he tries to go. Oh no, Ocon spins on the gravel. I apologise to Checo. Sorry. That was not his fault. That was Sergio Perez's fault. And we're getting news that Hamilton's also out of this race. So I want to see what happened to him. Oh, Hamilton's lost his front right tyre. See what happened there then. Looks like he actually came into the pit with no front right tyre. Oh, that's what happened. So he's got no front wing and he's trying to nurse it back into the pits. We've got Albon there. And oh, it's collision with Albon. And then gets pushed into the wall by one of the Aston Martins. I think that was Lance Stroll. And that is Lewis Hamilton's race over, unfortunately. There's the spin, of course. A bit far ahead, just Lando Norris currently leads, but I'll get to live. There we go, back to live coverage now. Let's see how they're going behind us. There's some good battles. Yes, of course there is. We're going to need that Kevin Magnussen's having some issues as well. Let's see. The 15th place. No, he's not having any issues. I apologise, Kevin. But at the back of the moment, trying to fight the Aston Martin. Not sure which one it is. Probably Alonso, because he was the one. Yeah, he's the one that qualified back there. Actually, now to be fair, Stroll qualified P18, and he's hopping to P7. Kevin Magnussen at the kind of back of this train. Unfortunately for him, there's a few cars behind him, of course, which have pitted for a new front wing. But of course, only Lewis Hamilton out of this race at the moment. After the incident trying to come into the pits, it has come, unfortunately, very common this year. Don't know why. People just not backing off when people try to come into the pits. In my opinion, it's common sense, but obviously these drivers have lost it overnight. They went out of 2022 having it, and into 2023 not having it. Kevin Magnussen, is he going to have DRS? I'm sure he will, going down the main straight. Yeah, but so will everyone else, of course, which is basically why DRS strains nullify DRS. But we know Magnussen, he's a fighter, and surely he's going to try and get past Alonso. Looks like he might have got to do something run there, to be fair. Is he? No, not quite. As Perez takes the lead, I can see that at the top. We'll have a look at that in a sec, but I want to give the back runner some praise as well. There's a... Oh, someone's got no wing, that's Valtteri Bottas. Don't know what happened to him. Oh, Magnussen's to the back of him as well. There's George Russell, what's Russell doing back there? George Russell's obviously had an issue somewhere. Williams has no problem with, oh, that's Albon, he was doing really well. That's a shame. Obviously some concertinas. Magnussen just can't get past anyone, unfortunately. Is he going to go down the inside now? Alexander Albon Good move. Oh no, we can't actually get it done. He'll be furious with the Thai driver. With Albon, in my opinion, should just be moving out of the way, and so should Valtteri Bottas. Two drivers which are at the front of the pack, so obviously have had some sort of accident. And there we go. Magnussen's trying to get past Valtteri Bottas. He actually can't quite get past him, and he's going to be furious at the moment because he cannot get past the Alfa Romeo. He's losing so much time here, and he's going to try and go down his side. But oh, Bottas is he's pitting. Oh, Magnussen into the wall. And is he fully out? Yeah, he's fully out. He's stuck in the Armco, unfortunately for Kevin. And that is his day done, unfortunately. You know, he is going to be furious with Valtteri Bottas. We're not letting him get out. We're not moving out of the way. When some could argue it's racing, but to be honest, he should just be out of the way. He's not racing him anymore. So. So Red Bull won too. I haven't said that in a while. Red Bull haven't even won a race yet this season. They have got a pole in, I think it was Miami. Was it Miami? I don't know. It was somewhere though. There's Charles Leclerc trying to make a move, is he, on Sergio Perez into turn 1 round the outside. Is it going to work? Yes it is, and so it does for Lance Stroll. He's up to P3 from P18 in only 11 laps. And to be fair, this is like a 52 lap race. So it's actually quite a while. We've been going for 20 minutes already, and I've actually managed somehow to make go with 20 minutes of commentating. I made the 20 minutes yesterday and I was kind of struggling near the end of the 20 minutes, and I'm struggling at the moment. So we are going to go for our first ad break of the race. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the cars going round. If you're watching Sky or anything else, there will be ads, unfortunately, but we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Slovakia. While we were gone, Perez has got back past Charles Leclerc, so we remain Red Bull 1-2. Ocon back into P4, he's done quite well. But to be fair, Verstappen was also quite far back earlier on, so he's done well to get to P1. Lance Stroll P5, he was P18 at the start of this race. And Norris is up there fighting for the winner. They're not too sure how he's gone down. And there's Ocon now making a move. Ocon gets past Charles Leclerc. Does he round the outside through the final corner? Is it going to work? No, it's not the final corner, obviously. Now Ocon trying to get past back to Verstappen, who has got past Charles, been overtaken by his teammate Sergio Perez to lead this race. And all that, all Perez trying to get back into the lead of this race. Charles Leclerc now. Apologies for sound like I'm not watching the race. You're right, I'm not. I'm trying to find some water because I've run out. And there's Ocon into P2 now, and now he's gonna try and get past Sergio Perez. Down inside, no, not quite, unfortunately. Is the Alpine driver. It was all something into the gravel there, not too sure who that was. May have been an AlphaTauri of Nick de Vries, I'm not too sure though. Here's Ocon desperately trying to get into the lead of this race. He has led this race earlier on before being, I was about to say he was spun, but he's spun himself after getting in the gravel. I've mingled around this part of the track, might have been just before. Yeah, actually, yeah, it definitely was that part of the track. Is anyone else? There's an overtake. Alonso getting overtaken by Sainz, and a good battle going on behind us. This is what we usually see in this series. There's Ocon down inside on Sergio Perez, and he's going to take the lead of the race through the penultimate corner. As Perez gets off into the gravel, that's going to annoy him, and he's going to go from first to fifth in a matter of a corner. But Lance Stroll is up for Perez first to try and regain his lead, and easily down inside. Is he? No, not quite. Round the outside, is it? No, and Stroll gets past Leclerc, and so does Checo Perez. So up into P4 is Perez. He's going to go down the inside into turn 2, is he? He'd have the inside line if he'll make the move done, that is to see, and he will not. Leclerc able with the launch round the outside. This top 6 battle is now Nick de Vries trying to get into P5. Is he down the inside? Good move from de Vries. Ahead of the sister car, is he? No, not quite. Is de Vries. He's unable to take the P5, but he's still in this top 5 battle. As we go up back to the front with Ocon and Verstappen and Stroll, your current top 3. Verstappen, he has not won a race in his second season defending his crown. And it's looking unlikely now that he'll be able to defend these. Over 100 points behind championship leader George Russell. And speaking of George Russell, where on earth is he? He started from pole in this race. No clue where he's gone and what happened to him. Quick drink break. And you've just gone over the flu, or whatever, I think that's what I got. It's very difficult to commentate non-stop for 2 hours. We've reached just under half an hour of this race. And I mean, if this race goes to the full 2 hour limit, then I don't have a clue what I'm going to do. He does down inside, tries Lance Stroll on Verstappen, and that's going to make Verstappen want to try and get past Esteban Ocon. And it doesn't work, unfortunately, for him. And I would love to see Max Verstappen win this season. The last season he didn't win a race, I believe, was 2019. Or maybe 2018, I don't know. There's down inside, yes, Leclerc had a Lance Stroll. And only got little cups of water, by the way. I never bought a bottle, so I'm going through them like I don't know what. So I'm gonna keep going. I have to refill my drink, which is why I keep going. But Verstappen now, he's as close to Ocon as he has been in a while. And I reckon Verstappen will get him into this corner with DRS. Ocon doesn't have DRS. Verstappen will try and go down inside, but unfortunately not quite able to. This circuit does remind me of another circuit we've been to this season, the Argentinian Grand Prix at Anadara. Of course, that race wasn't televised, I don't know what word I'm trying to think of. It's round the outside to try Verstappen the knock on, and he gets it done. Round the outside goes Verstappen. What a move that was into turn 1. Ocon's going to try and get it into turn 2 though. Is it going to work? Down the inside. Yes, it is. No, it's not. There's contact. Ocon almost went up. Sorry about that. Ocon almost went into Verstappen. I think he did go into Verstappen, almost off the track. Brilliant save that from Ocon. Ocon's lost his front wing. No, Ocon. I look away for a split second and Ocon loses his front wing. No, Esteban. He was doing so well. And just like that, he's gone from the lead to having to pit for a new front wing. Where did that happen? Oh, it's there. Down the inside, Ocon tries. It's a very... Oh, he does kind of send it on Verstappen. Poor decision making, in my opinion. Ocon now down to at least 10th and about to be overtaken by Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, sorry, and into the pits Ocon will probably go. And nope, he stays out. Okay, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, the move for the race there. Leclerc trying to get past Verstappen, and he does. Leclerc takes the lead. And Nick de Vries now trying to get past Lance Stroll. No, Verstappen, I think Leclerc had a little wobble on the exit, and Verstappen's going to try and make it down the inside into turn 2, is he? Yes, he is, and so is Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll takes the lead. Oh, crash! Verstappen's out. Verstappen lost his rear wing. And de Vries lost his front wing as well. De Vries, what have you done? He's taken a sit-on car down inside with Lando Norris into P3. Brilliant move that. He's taken advantage brilliantly of that crash. And that's Max Verstappen with no rear wing, and I'm guessing out of this race now, or out of the running for now. They need to take it really steady, and it will take a while to repair that rear wing. And honestly, I think de Vries, the second AlphaTauri to lose a front wing this race. But let's see how Lance Stroll's doing up front. Is he being pressured by anyone? No, not quite. They're kind of calming it down now after that. I think they've learnt that if you want to stay up there, you can't go too aggressive, like we've seen in the last 2 laps of Ocon, Verstappen and De Vries. Verstappen season goes from bad to worse. He goes down inside, goes Leclerc on Lance Stroll with DRS. Good move that from Leclerc through the penultimate corner. Although I need a drink, because goodness me, now not shouting. Go for an ads break. See you in a couple of minutes. Okay, welcome back. Apologies, I've been gone for a while. I like to try and go find a flask so I can get a drink, and it's always cool. And thankfully, I found one. No sponsors, unfortunately. We're not being sponsored by any flasks. Can't say anything, unfortunately. But while I've gone, Leclerc leads from Lance Stroll, from Norris. Sainz has done very well to get up to where he is now. Perez I think that, yeah, obviously Perez in 5th. Still coughing. Honestly, I should not be commentating right now. But as I said, the race can't commentate itself. Lance Stroll, I reckon he's going to try and make a move into turn 1. Yes, he is. Round the outside, is he? On Charles Leclerc. Stroll retakes the lead of this race, and I honestly reckon he's one of the strong favourites to win it in Slovakia. He's already won one race, no, it wasn't the Canadian Grand Prix. I don't know which race it was. I think that was Bottas who won Canada. He has won a race, so it was South African Grand Prix, that's it, in Gassa Freeway. He won that, of course. But this down inside goes Perez versus Sainz. And Sainz had a Perez. And getting the drink, of course, and of course, every time I go, something happens. Leclerc leads, Norris is trying to get past Stroll, George Russell spawned in from somewhere, from pole position, of course, the championship leader, and so's Bottas and Williams. Actually, that Joe Guan Yu, it's Logan Sargent and Joe Guan Yu, who were P20 and P19, I'm sure, about 5 laps ago, but now are P8 and 7 and in a battle for the lead. It was that George Russell trying to get past Lando Norris. Not quite, unfortunately, for him. And really any side-by-side moments going on, but always that Perez. He was leading not too long ago, now he's down in P8. Any other battles that are going on? 23 laps into this race. Almost halfway. There's Sonoda, Piastri, just got Gasly near him. Further back, they're not really close to each other. Where's Verstappen? Such a shame for him, he was doing brilliantly. Let's keep going with this, because they're down to start battling eventually. As Lance Stroll leads this race. Lance Stroll takes the lead. I'm really bad at commentating, man. I actually need to watch this race. I'm literally having to, for every 5 seconds, the flash with the leak in it. Which is probably why it was left randomly in the middle of the corridor. But, yeah, I mean, that's annoying, isn't it? So yeah, I'm having to get up every second of what I was doing earlier and grab more cups. Of course I'm reusing them, I'm not just chucking them, I'm not dirty. But yeah, and there's these Logan Sargent trying to go onto the podium, from P20 to P19 or something on the grid. Logan Sargent is now up to P3. What a race he's having to be able to catch up to the leaders. Same with Joe Grand New as Lando Norris goes down inside. They've both got DRS. Not quite. No, is he able to? Oh, that's going to be close. And yes, he does. Lando Norris. No. Sargent to P3 and Charles Leclerc leads this race. Now Logan Sargent's going to try and get past Lance Stroll. Now on the outside, there's these Sainz versus Norris versus Joe as well. Who's going to come out in front? Sargent's ahead of Stroll. Norris ahead of Joe. Great battling that. Sargent, I honestly reckon he wants redemption from Austria. The Austrian Grand Prix, he was one lap off winning the race before being pushed off as he's to the pits. Oh, there's almost a crash on the pits there. As people do start coming to the pits, this is the perfect opportunity to go to the ads. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes time once they've all caught up to each other and we can get the racing back going. And normally these pit stop sequences shake the race up. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Goodbye. Welcome back to the Slovakian Grand Prix. Everyone's pitted, I think. Don't count me on that. And Valtteri Bottas leads from Fernando Alonso. Of course, Bottas was involved in an incident early on in the race, so he did have to pit for a new front wing. But Nick de Vries, he's up there, and he's already pitted. He was actually one of the front runners, so he's actually come out with a pit stop in the lead of this. Actually, no, sorry. He was involved in that incident with Verstappen, wasn't he? So actually, I think it's George Russell. Wait, no, because wasn't he involved in an accident? I don't have a clue. People involved in accidents all the time in this series. Is Stroll? I definitely know he was up front. I'm not too sure where everyone else is. Let's watch Lance Stroll. I believe he's your net race leader. Lance Stroll currently in P6. Any battles going on? Can't really see any at the moment. You haven't been seen in a while. Yuki Tsunoda currently in P15. AlphaTauri not been their best race, unfortunately. They were up in the front with Nick de Vries until he went into the back of Max Verstappen and ruined his and Verstappen's race. But Yuki Tsunoda, was he involved in an accident early on? Yes, he was. He went into the back of Oscar Piastri. That's it. I remember now. That was one of the opening laps actually. But kudos to drivers like Sainz, Joe, Sargent, who was really well before they pitted, come up through the field. Done really well from near the back of the grid. Well, there's Bottas versus De Vries. Let's watch this top 3 battle, because this is looking like it's piking up a bit. Fernando Alonso from Nick de Vries now and Valtteri Bottas. Bottas though back in front of de Vries now. Good move that. Oh, I thought de Vries was going to the gravel there. Good defending from Bottas to keep the Dutchman behind. There are rumours, of course, that de Vries would have been dropped after the German Grand Prix and replaced with Daniel Ricciardo before the Hungarian Grand Prix. Of course, Hungarian Grand Prix got cancelled. We've been in the Slovakian Grand Prix now. But I think that win at Alton Park really did cement Nick de Vries' seat in the AlphaTauri. And to be fair, he had a podium as well in, I think, France and maybe somewhere else as well, I can't remember. So I don't think that's like what's deserved at all. If anything, Gasly hasn't finished the race since, he hasn't scored a point in F1 since the race before, I think it was the Canadian Grand Prix. No, the race before the South African Grand Prix, which was the Canadian Grand Prix. And before that, he'd actually had a win this season as well, as into the pits comes De Vries and Fernando Alonso, so Valtteri Bottas stays out and keeps the lead of the race. There's a back marker of Ocon, if you remember, that broke his front wing, and it does look like, unless he's been involved in another incident, he's just not pitted. Which is incredibly confusing from Alpine. I'm not actually too sure what they've done here. But Alpine doing Alpine things, and not pitting their car when they haven't got a front wing. Love me, baby, I love you. Don't know what that was about. I've got AirPods and I've got music on as well. And when you're commentating with a sore throat, you kind of need whatever you can get, to be honest. Where are the front runners from early on? Are they battling yet? Yes, they are. Grateful car battle here. Both Ferraris. Lando Norris and Joe Guan Yu. gonna say Bottas then, but he was leading if you just saw 2 seconds before we came onto these lot. Of course, Joe kind of in a Ferrari sandwich here. Sorry about that. Need a little quick drink. You ever get it when you drank too much, you start to feel sick? Which is bad, because I need water because I've got a sore throat. So. This Slovakian is honestly really underrated track in my opinion. Of course, he used to hold World Touring Car races, still holds FA truck racing, European truck racing that is. Of course, World Touring Car Championship is no more, but what was a brilliant series. It's all full wide almost, and that's gonna get. Oh, Logan Sargent's coming, and there's Lando Norris behind Logan Sargent now. Actually, I think that the two in front have kind of broken away a bit, Joe and Leclerc, and there's Carlos Sainz with their issues as well. Yeah, oh no, have they gone backwards? I think, no, it's Sainz, yeah. Sainz and Joe, I believe. They've kind of shot away from these lot a little bit. And Norris kind of getting away from Logan Sargent and trying to get back up with the two in front of him, Joe and Leclerc, as Joe gets past Sainz. Don't know why I said Leclerc. Where's Perez actually? Perez is in front of them. It's Perez trying to get past Fernando Alonso. And I don't remember Perez being involved in any sort of incident, so I think it's actually the lead of the race. But honestly, there's so many incidents, I can't remember who's actually pitted for damage, and who hasn't. George Russell up into P1. I don't actually remember him, Lance Stroll. How was he doing? Oh, actually, no. What did I say, Alonso? I thought it was Alonso, but it's Lance Stroll. So I think the leaders are starting to get back to where we were earlier. There's still pretty big gaps though. Where's George Russell? Albon, he was taken out, I think. He was involved in some sort of accident. Who it was with, I can't remember, but I think it was that Verstappen the Prix incident a few laps ago. And Yuki Tsunoda, here he is. Oh, Tsunoda's going slowly. Yuki Tsunoda's got an engine issue. That is Tsunoda out of this race. And Nick De Vries goes past him. Yuki Tsunoda is out of this race, and he pulls over to the side of the track. Not too sure what the issue is, unfortunately. Can we see him just dash? No, not quite. He's trying to move the steering wheel. It looks like gearbox if he's stuck in gear 3. So unfortunately for him, Yuki Tsunoda out of this race. Nick de Vries, the other Alpha Tauri, not doing brilliantly. Down in 13th. He did take out, what's his name's front wing though. I mean rear wing, Verstappen's rear wing, so... It's Perez, takes the lead, get past Lance Stroll. As Perez comes into the pits for the second time this race, not too sure why to be honest, but Lando Norris up into P3, Logan Sargent doing a solid job in P6. Anyone we can get a look at? Where's Nico Hulkenberg? Haven't seen him in a while. Actually, nah, let's go to Hulkenberg a little bit and let's watch Lance Stroll in the lead. Where's Joe Guan Yu compared to Stroll? Only just behind him. Lando Norris, where's he? Just behind him. Hulkenberg, there he is. Actually, you know what? Let's watch Hulkenberg. He's in a pretty decent battle at the moment. He's doing an alright job at the moment from near the end of the grid. I think he was 19th, maybe 18th he started. So... Nico Hulkenberg now up into P3. Let's see how he's gonna do come the end of this race. I honestly reckon another podium's gonna come his way, and hopefully this time it's a podium where he's not the third car out of 4 people. Actually, no, he was second to be fair. So, of course, robbed in France, and where else was it? France's engine went, and then San Marino, that's it, he got taken out on the last or penultimate lap, something like that. There's Ocon again. That's 2 laps down as Hulkenberg now leads this race. And honestly, if this race gets taken away from him, I'm honestly going to cry for him. He's had so much misfortune in these last couple of races. Honestly, you feel so bad for him if it goes away yet again. I'm not really sure what it is going like. I want to watch Hulkenberg for a bit because I want to make sure this race does not go away from him. He's currently leading and I want him to win. I know I'm not meant to be biased. Oh no, no, no. What did I just say? Is that a puff of smoke? It is a puff of smoke. Oh, it's a fire in the back of Hulkenberg's car. No! Just like in France, Hulkenberg is another podium snatched away from him in the cruelest of circumstances. Oh no, Nico. Oh, I need to get out of that car because that fire looks very dangerous indeed. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting out of the car, thankfully. But Nico Hulkenberg, what a shame. He was going so well for the German. And Fernando Alonso inherits the race lead. And look at this battle going on here between De Vries and Gasly. Is Gasly going to try down the inside? Yes, no, he's not. He almost hits Nick De Vries. That wouldn't have been good. Let's see how Nick De Vries does. Hopefully I don't jinx this time. I'm going to go. I've got really bunged up nose. Vries, a little bit of pressure there from Gasly. Is he going to try and get past? Not quite. Is De Vries into the lead of this race? Alonso unable to fight him on the exit of turn 1 or out the entrance of turn 2. Down inside goes Fernando Alonso on Nick De Vries. Onto the curb a bit, that did kind of put him off. And Nick De Vries is going to easily stay in the lead of this race. Now Gasly versus Alonso. Alonso in his seat that he was in against the seat, sorry, he was in again in last season. Don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm not saying it. Words aren't functioning at the moment. Kind of do need to function when you're a commentator, but yeah, we move. It is Alonso. Gasly comes from the pits. Alonso down the inside of De Vries, and Alonso takes the lead of the Slovakian Grand Prix. De Vries, though, round the outside, he's still got a wheel in, and he's going to be able to get back ahead of Alonso. Is he going to be able to get the second turn in front? Yes, he is. Nick De Vries still in front of Fernando Alonso. Not long to go now in this race. Down inside, is he going to keep the lead? Yes, he is. And De Vries still in front, but not for long, because Alonso's going to go round the outside. No, he's not. De Vries stays in front. Great battling for lead here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you watch this race, and I'm going to go to ads. Sky Sports F1, we're going to go side by side with the ads and the coverage. YouTube, you're going to keep the coverage. So we'll see you in a bit. Goodbye. To the pits comes Nick De Vries, and Fernando Alonso has gone board with De Vries for this stop to see how it goes. Oh, let's not go for De Vries. It's a bit slow actually. He's going to be jumped by Alonso by quite a bit. So Nick De Vries, unfortunately for him, is going to lose out on position. And we'll have a little look at the leaders in a sec. But let's see if Nick De Vries can catch up to Fernando Alonso. I don't think he's going to win this race now, unfortunately. But Nick De Vries won the British Grand Prix, now down in 14th. And he'd be wanting to do a bit better than this. But is that smoke? No, I thought I saw smoke down De Vries' car. But thankfully for him, there's a fire instead. Nick De Vries out of this race, fire at the back of his car, just like Hulkenberg. Hopefully nothing, it won't turn into anything too serious. But I did not expect to see that out the back of Nick De Vries' car just after I thought I saw smoke. I must have done, and Nick De Vries needs to get out of that car as soon as possible. And yeah, he is going out of the car, so thankfully Nick De Vries okay. But let's see at the front runners how they're doing. Albon v Russell for this win, is it? Could be. George Russell, he's going to look down the inside into turn 1, and George Russell, the championship leader, takes the lead off of Alexander Albon. Who's that in second? It's Sergio Perez. Verstappen hasn't been able to catch up since De Vries knocked off his rear wing. Let's see how everyone's doing. It's down the inside goes Albon, and George Russell is going to take the lead, and Perez is going to try and get past George Russell as well. Where is everyone? Let's see. Sargent 4th, Norris 5th, Stroll 6th, Joe 7th, Leclerc 8th. Where are these lot? They're honestly miles behind. Goodness. Oh, that smoke coming out the back of Stroll, is it? It's someone. No, it's Logan Sargent with engine failure. Logan Sargent's engine's gone now. What a shame for the American. As he goes into the gravel. And that, as I think, obviously will be his race over. To be fair, he still hasn't managed to keep up with them. But Logan Sargent, he's getting some puffs, and I think that Williams needs to tell him that that's happening. Because Logan Sargent has got smoke coming out the back of his car, and that's the third engine failure we've seen this race. And if I was Williams, I would be telling him to get off the side of the track and get out of the car. Because we've seen the last two engine failures with Hulkenberg and De Vries, they've gone pretty dramatic pretty quickly. With the fire that was the fire that engulfed the cars. And with about 3 laps to go, honestly, I feel pretty bad for Sargent because he was doing quite well. But is Norris there? No, there's Ocon. Yep, there's Ocon. Still has not pitted, just like breaking his front ring, I think, within the first 15 laps. Not too smart, to be honest, but oh well. That's Alpine for you. No bowling this time though from Zhou Guan Yu. No, that didn't actually happen though. It never happened. There was no bowling in Hungary from Zhou Guanyu because Hungary didn't happen. This is Slovakia. There's also no Lance Stroll tapping Pierre Gasly. This is again in Park. Anyway, Sargent's still going, even though he's had smoke come out of his car for at least a lap now. How are the front runners going? Because I can't bother to watch this. George Russell, Perez leads now. I wonder if the pack behind will catch up. You can see Sargent, he's still going, even with the smoke out coming out of his car. He hasn't even pitted. It's actually quite surprising, to be fair. Let's see how it does. I think Albon, did Albon come into the pits there? I saw Williams, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Albon did pit. Alexander Albon has pitted. Unfortunately for him. Not able to get the podium that he would have wanted. Hadn't got a podium since I think Mugello, was it? Or, I don't know. Whatever was his last podium with Red Bull was his last time he got a podium. It's Logan Sargent. Surely he needs to pull over now. So I'm surprised he managed this many laps with smoke coming out of the back of his car and the car hasn't gone kaput on him. Is that the smoke gone? Is it just fixed itself? No, it hasn't. There it is. Oh, there we go. There's the car gone. Sargent pulling over the side of the track and blocking Zhou Guanyu with it as well. And also, oh, for goodness sake. That is Sainz's race ruined. Both Ferrari's race ruined. Gasly's race ruined. Lando Norris's race ruined. And all I have to say is well done, Logan Sargent. You could have prevented that a long, long time ago. For goodness sake. Honestly, not difficult, is it? Is it difficult? No, not really. And I'm surprised I'm throwing a safety car out, to be honest. As the top two come into the pits, Perez and George Russell into the pits, so Lance Stroll takes the lead of this race from Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. It's actually Piastri who's involved in that off. And thank goodness this is the final lap, because I don't think I can cope with another lap of commentating, to be fair. I mean, I think it's the final lap, I don't know. But yeah, Lance Stroll, there's a rear wing. Don't know who's rear wing. It's all safety cars out. Okay, safety car out. So safety car out, neutralises this race. Let's see how they will do. I'm guessing this race will end on the safety car, of course, with that carnage Logan Sargent caused. Here's your top three: Norris, Stroll, Norris, and I think that's Zhou Guanyu. With another solid performance, starting from right at the back. So did Stroll as well, to be fair, in 18th. Both run up 17 places. Just quick maths there. And I'm guessing the safety car will end this race. More people start to catch up to the safety car. I believe this might be the final lap, I'm not too sure. It's 52 lap race, and if you want to see these race replay things, I don't actually know. And the safety car stays out, and there's a Red Bull without a front wing. I think that's Max Verstappen, whose race goes from bad to worse. He actually just scored some points this race. And no, this will be the final lap of this race, so the race will end in the safety car. So it looks like Stroll is going to win. Just to be fair, it has been a very eventful race, but I've really enjoyed commentating over it for the penultimate race before the summer break. Portuguese Grand Prix will be next weekend, of course, so make sure you're here for that. Sprint weekend, so 4 sessions you will be able to see instead of the normal 2. We've got qualifying on Friday, sprint shootout Saturday morning, and then of course sprint Saturday afternoon, and the race on Sunday. Of course, we're going to be at Estoril. And it's not the Estoril we saw in pre-1994. It is, post-1994. You're going to be using the old Estoril layout. By old, I mean that fast left-hander, right-hander, sorry, will be used. Is what a drive Lance Stroll has had. I don't think he's one of the only. I think he's only one of the only drivers who hasn't been involved in an incident this race. To be fair to him. It's very Esteban Ocon. You can see him midfield. I don't know how many laps down he is, but he is a few laps down. That's all I know. I'm looking at the timing board now. He hasn't even had a sergeant, and sergeant's out of the race. So I mean, he must be a few laps down. Is even Ocon driving? I don't know. Is it someone driving? I don't know. Have they pitted? No. Why? I don't know. So, yeah. But anyway, Lance Stroll started in P18. What a race he's had today. Lando Norris in P2. Not too sure where he started. I think he was up near the front. Still yet to win a race though, the Brit. Such a shame. Stroll, as they round the penultimate corner. The safety car, I'm guessing, will peel into the pits. Is it going to? No. So it looks like we're going to end the race here and now. And Lance Stroll, for the second time in his career, is going to win in Slovakia. What a race from Stroll. Lando Norris in second. It's going to be Joe Guanyu in third. Perez fourth. George Russell, your championship leader, in fifth. Piastri in sixth. He's done brilliantly last couple of races. Can't quite see who else we've got. So I'm going to have a look here. Bottas 7th, he did well after crashing earlier on. Leclerc 8th, Alonso 9th, and for the first time since the Canadian Grand Prix, is going to score points. It's only 1, but it's better than none. And also Lando Norris has realised he hadn't scored many points either. He's only got 4 points throughout the whole season. He's actually 21st behind Sebastian Vettel. He's only done 1 race. Anyway, Verstappen, Albon 11th, he could have done quite well here to be fair. Sainz 12th, Verstappen 13th, Sargent 14th after his engine failure. Ocon for a few laps down with no front wing. De Vries 16th after that big fire. Hulkenberg had a big fire as well. Tsunoda, can't remember what happened. Magnussen 19th and Hamilton 20th. Hope you enjoyed this race, and we'll be back next week for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Thank you, and goodbye.